phone went ding. I like that. Alright, here's what we're working on. I've already got it up to 220 grit. That finished. Got some eyed burl with one of our resin pours. Already polished the fronts of it up. Got it epoxied on last night. Let it cure overnight. Let it up. I don't want to do something stupid like mark the blade up after I already polished it up a little bit, so I'm going to wrap her up good and tight like a good boy. I'm not going to be an idiot. Howdy, howdy, everybody. Got a new TikTok I've finally joined. Thanks to Josh Brown over at First Degree Forge. He sent me to it, told me I just had to sign up for TikTok, so I did. I can't go live there yet till I hit 1,000 followers, so here I am. Back on YouTube. Going on? One watcher, huh? People popped in, said, hey, it did left. Okay. Thank you, by the way. What's up? Mr. Richard Edwards, how you doing, brother? I ain't talking to you in a while, man. How you been, dude? You alright? Good to see you, man. Right now, I'm just cleaning the handle up. I rough shaped them last night. I was up real late. I made all 6 of these knives from scratch yesterday. Got all the way to the point of that. It's not finished. That's in the rough handle shape. I haven't polished that up. It's not even glued on yet, you know. So, yeah. That's where we're at right there. It's some awesome Honduran mahogany is no longer able to be imported. I got a line on that stuff right now that I'm stoked about. Try and get these high spots rounded off with the 220 before I put on the scallop belt. So I got it on slow speed, 220 grit. Just rounding her over good. Getting rid of all my high spots. So then I'll come back to it. We'll smooth her up with the front with the scalp belt. Polish it up. This burl is beautiful stuff once it's polished. Oh man. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. Michael Robinson, what's up, man? You missed my sexy voice, Spencer. What's up, buddy? How you been, man? You doing alright? We're gonna do what we gotta do on the 220. It doesn't need much on 220. It's already pretty cleaned up. Ooh. Don't miss the belt stitches. Get your finger with it. There we go. Getting it fine cleaned up. I don't know why I'm cleaning that one up. The handle's not glued on yet. Swap this out. Scallop belt so I can get into them curved, sexy little crevices of that blade without scarring up the handle too much. Check this out. This is something that saw him. If you don't follow him, you should check him out. Red Beard Ops on Instagram and YouTube. It's the old Scotch-Brite belt. When they're wore out and thrown away, cut a chunk of it off and take some spray adhesive and glue it to your platen. And it absorbs the belt slap. Still nice and firm, but soft enough to absorb the belt slap so you can run your knives up to like 1,000 grit on the grinder without leaving any marks or scrapes on it, or, check marks going down it from the belt slap coming around. Just a piece of surface conditioning belt, Scotch-Brite belt. Put the Scotch-Brite surface down, the hard surface that you would normally use, glue that down and use the soft backing. That soft backing right there. That's the ticket, man. It's a little secret. Don't tell nobody. Let's push this back out of our way. Alright, now let's untangle this skinny little thing. Yeah, always find a use for your old used wore out stuff if you can, man. It's always best, right? Shit, we're knife makers, we ain't rich. This stuff's expensive. I'll get it on here eventually once I get the damn thing untwisted. That's the only thing about these belts. They twist up when you take them off. They'll be skinny bastards. Let's get on it and try it a little bit. Grit Trivac. Pretty old, but I still like it. Yo, dude, what's up, Josh? Can't go live on TikTok, so I'm doing it here on YouTube. Go follow me on TikTok if you guys want. If you got it, at Ting the Blacksmith. Get me to 1,000 followers so I can do some live streaming on there. There's a whole lot more people on TikTok now. is already starting to polish it up, and I ain't buffing it yet. That 400 grit already starts shining it up. Howdy. It's getting there. Hang him right there because it's going to do its little twirly shit no matter what I do. It's a pain to get that shit locked down. Track it back over where it's supposed to be. So that damn belt's on there. What's up? Later, bro. Back to TikTok. Yeah. Whatever. What I'm doing is just not cool enough. I'm not cool enough. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not what you want? Do not try this at home, folks. Yes. Yes. Like dope. Let me do. Oh, there. Put rocks in your pocket, Jake. There you got it. All right. Oh, what do you got? Get back over there. No, you can't go over there. There you go. Oh, it's so pretty. We'll have a fresh birth in a moment, folks. All right. Oh. There we go. All right. We're getting a clean dope. Nice. All right. Next, we need to do a little printed hand sanding. And then it'll be ready to buff. Got my 800 grit. Got my 220. No, not 220. Got my 600. Yes, and my 400. Okay. We'll start 400, since we took it to 400 on the belt sander. Could go higher, but I don't have a higher grit. Let me take these off now. I don't have a higher grit scallop belt. So I'll stop at 400 on the belt sander when I'm doing the handle. The blades I take up to 800 plus on there. 3 grit? You mean like epoxy 3 rocks to the belt and try to hold the knife in place when they come around and smack the piss out of it every time? No thanks. We'll just take this. It doesn't take it long. Hand sanding. Listen to that. That front jaw. Ha ha! You got it. Have fun. Go beat on some steel, man. These blades are all made out of 1095. I'm taking them to sell. They are available. I doubt they'll sell before Bladeshow, but I'm hoping they do sell at Bladeshow at least. You know, because I put our handle materials on them. I did it really just to show off our handle material on some knives while I was there. And if it turns out that, you know, I make some extra spending money off of them while I'm down there, so be it. So once I finish them, I got to make some sheaths for them. Because I leave Thursday morning to go to some Bladeshow. Drive down Thursday. We all know that Bladeshow is awesome. And I can't even wait. I'm excited. It's my first time going. I always see all the pictures and things everybody got from Bladeshow and who all was there and the knives they got to check out and all that cool stuff. Well, I'm going this year. Me and Scott Powers from Powers Forge Works. He's a Forge and Fire Season 7 champion as well. Me and him going down there together. We'll have a good time. This is going to be pretty. Yeah, I could put this in my filing vise, but I don't feel like sitting down. I feel like standing up. And my filing vise is lower, so it's not up here in a conducive place for me standing and sanding. Well, I'll stand here at the vise. Who cares? Sanding, right? Doesn't matter if you're sitting or you're standing, sanding is sanding. I can't detect any sarcasm in that one at all, man. Hand sanding is it builds character. Isn't that what they always say about the shit that everybody hates doing, but it's a must? Everybody's got to do it. It builds character. There we go. It builds character. That's what I'm going to start saying about all this shit that everybody hates doing, but they still have to do. Like putting pants on in the morning. Fucking hate it. You got to. Kind of weird if you don't. Builds character. I realize right now I'm giving Sully over at Shamrock Forge like this major fucking billboard in the background of my video because it's targeted right at my shirt. Center screen. There you go, Sully. Getting you some advertisement. Check him out. Shamrock Forge. Jason Sullivan. Buddy of mine out in Texas. Alright, that's enough of you. You're not getting any more help. I'm going to stand here now just because of it. Ain't shuffle for you around here, suckle. I'm kidding. He's cool. And I wear his shirt often out here in the shop. I don't want to mess up all my good ones. I said that. All right, we're up to Faster for that. That's definitely 400 grit now. We're up to 600 grit now, or that's what we're working on right now. And even at 600 grit, it starts to look different, you see? Even at 600 grit, it starts to look different. Michael Dawes, what's up, man? How you is, brother? I think I got a theory as to why people aren't really blowing up handle material right now. Bladeshow's in a week, less than a week. Today's what, Sunday? Yeah, and it's 4 days away. I'm gonna take it up to 800 grit before I buff it. Just to show you what it looks like at 800 grit buffed our material. This is our material. I made this handle material. It's IBE burl or IPE. I think it's IBE or IPE. Can't remember. It's 3 letters. Starts with I, ends with the E. Can't remember if it's a P or B in the middle. It's beautiful wood. But it's IPE burl with silver and purple resin. And I'm telling you, stuff is gorgeous. It's gorgeous when it's all cleaned up. I've never seen it polished. I've only seen it 400 grit and hit with some a light coat of oil just to show what it looks like when it's polished. Because I mean, handle material makers, that's about as hot. Really, they don't even take it to 400. Take it to 220 grit and spray it with water before they take their pictures, so you see what it looks like when it's all polished up, without having to actually polish it up. You know, I've never seen what this particular block looks like polished up. I've seen my handle material polished up, and it looks amazing. It's on that ball bearing Damascus knife I just did. There's a canister Damascus that we did while Ben Tunes and Ryan and Josh and all kinds of folks. Caleb and Evan. Hell, there was one kid here. That boy had more damn energy than any of the grown men that were here combined. And we just finally sat down and said, you know what, young man, you inherited the earth. You win. We give up. He brought a sword to work on, some knives. I think he took home five steak turners. He took home, worked on some wrought iron. He made a billet of sand mine. His buddy made he put it this way, he worked so damn hard, he was overheating my tools. He was overheating my damn power hammer, working it so hard and for so long straight through. He just and it being that damn hot out there, that motor's got a thermal safety relay on it, so where if the motor gets too hot from like really, really hot shops and really, really hot environment, it'll shut the motor down so it doesn't burn it up, which is great. And he tripped that thing twice, and I finally had to tell him, hey, after tripping that twice, bro, you need to give that power hammer a little break. It's hot out here, man. This is 90 degrees, 92 degrees out here. Yeah, don't run it for 25 minutes straight. Ipe burl. Okay, Ipe burl. See, Spencer, I knew you'd be worth a damn for something one day. Thank you. Okay, we're at 600 now. So we gotta wipe it down, which it'll wipe down nicely with the buffer, obviously. Got one little spot here at least. No, this stuff ain't very hard. I mean, it's hard, but it's definitely not as hard as like lignum vitae or ironwood, unless it's a type of ironwood. I mean, it was a bitch to cut with the bandsaw. I will say that. Even unstabilized, it was a pain in the ass to cut. But as far as drilling, I've drilled. I've had to drill through harder and sanded harder. That's for damn sure. Ironwood, that stuff no joke. It it eats up blades and stuff. But yeah, you right about one thing. It is a hard wood. It's definitely hard. Lignum vitae, that stuff is hard, dense, super dense. They use that to make propeller bearings, and it's like one shade under hardness of the same under the hardness of ironwood. Australian ironwood, I think it is. That's the hardest in the world. I got a buddy that's got some ironwood burl, and he harvested it a couple years ago. Oh, okay, same. He harvested it a couple years ago, and he's getting ready to start cutting it up now that it's dry, and he wants me to stabilize some of it. Or not stabilized, but see if I can get it to die, because it's ironwood. I mean, you can't get it to stabilize. It's stabilized already. It's one of those woods that you can't stabilize. But maybe see if I can dye it. He wants me to play with it a little bit. He's going to send me some of it. Ironwood burl. And boy, I'm excited. I can't wait. I think we are at our progression for 800 grit. Here's my 800 grit. Got some new pipe tobacco yesterday. So did I. It's about ready to buffer up and see what we got. Are y'all ready for this? Boom, boom. Everybody's leaving right at the good part. What the heck? All right. He's ready to see what she looks like buffed. It's buffer. Hit it with the buffer. White compound for your handle. White compound on this handle material. You got it busted over here to the clean wheel, the soft cotton wheel. Give it a good several overs. Pretty, ain't it? Our handle material. Made that. Book match cut it. Slapped her on there, some 1095 drop point. Let's sundress this puppy. See her in all her glory. You know, I think. Is it time? Just quick little hunters. I made 6 of them yesterday, so there's a batch of 6 of them that will be available. All different handle materials. Kind of just made them to show off our handle materials. Is really the only reason I made them. Because I'm taking a whole bunch of handle materials to Bladeshow to advertise for us. This goddamn tape won't come off for nothing, damn it. Well, there we go. Taking them to Bladeshow to advertise our handle material. I mean, that thing's gonna be a razor blade too, man. It is thin, boy. It is thin. Razor. But I gotta hit it again on the polisher. This one, we use the green compound for the steel. Same wheel. Some people change their wheels out. I ain't that heavy. It works pretty good. That thing it is. There we go. 220 grit finish. It on a buffer. Nothing fancy. Fits perfect in the hand. Made it a little smaller for my hand, so my pinky just sits right on that ridge. And boom. So for someone with a little smaller hand, the average size hand is a lot smaller than mine. I've got a fucking bear paw. So I make the knives with a little smaller handle than what I would need for myself. So that's and all 6 of them are the same. You know, they're all gonna polish out. You know, this is aspen burl sent by Bobby Dogbone Knives that I'm doing up. This is just resin, some black and red lava-like resin. This is that special Honduran red mahogany that's, as you can see, it's quilted. See the quilt going down it. You look at the grain. It's real curly too. The grain is really curly. See the quilting down the spine there? And then the curl in the grain. Quilted curly red mahogany. Now what's special about this is not that. What's special about it is it can no longer be imported. Yes, people are like, oh, well, you got the import license. If you got an import license, you can import it. Yes and no. You can import stuff with an import license. But once it gets to customs, it's gone through. If you don't have a specific addition to your import license for that specific wood, it gets seized in customs. And that's not only for the person importing it, that's also for the person that's exporting it. They have to have the exact thing on their license. So you could have everything you need as an importer, have all that on your license and import it, and the person that sent it not have that shit marked on their license for that wood, and it's getting seized at port. It's becoming it's being treated like ivory when moving it. It's got to have its place of origin certification and all that shit what comes with it before it can be imported. So what's here in America is here. You ain't getting no more. I mean, big companies will get it, but it won't be delved down to small people like us unless we get in scraps, you know. So it's pretty rare stuff. I got it from Wood Stabilizing Support down in Charlotte, and they hooked me up with some other stuff too. And I mean, it's beautiful stuff. I'm excited to get it cleaned up once it's done. This one here is some box elder burl that was really checked up. I like the cracking in it, so I put it in a casting pot with some clear resin and cast it with clear resin to fill all those cracks in. So it's an end cut of some box elder burl that kind of looks like lightning hit it with all the cracking going through it. thought it would look pretty cool. And this stuff looks pretty awesome polished up. You see, those aren't cracks. Those, I mean, they are cracks, but they're filled with resin. Pressure cast in a pressure pot. So solid as a rock. No worries there. See? Not an open crack. It just looks like it. I think that's what's cool about it. It looks like it is, but it's not. Making a whip out of paracord. See, I'm not trying to make real fancy knives here. I'm just whipping up six of them. I'm really trying to showcase more of the handle material than the knife. Where did I lay it? There it is. Really, that's what I'm aiming for. I mean, nice, fully functional, nice looking 1095 drop point hunter up to a 220 grit with a buff finish. You know, it'll last for a long time. For sure. Come with a nice little sheath, little hip knife, you know. But the real goal is to get eyes on the handle material. So people can see that we make quality stuff, and this is what it finishes up to. And you notice I didn't put nothing on this. I didn't oil it. I didn't do any of that. I just took it up to 800 grit, hand sanded, and ran it across the buffer for about 30, 40 seconds, and that's what it turned out as. You know, I buffed and polished the front last night before I glue it on. That's a trick that I do with my knives. I always clean this front right here up and tape it, and you know, make sure it's taped off good to where when I pull the tape, that's what it looks like. There's no cleanup needed. You don't have to, you ain't scratching up your blade or your handle material trying to clean epoxy up that's squeezed out. It peels off with the tape, you know. And that's done and dusted. That's part of your knife. You don't have to touch no more. Polish all that up before you glue it to the knife. You'll thank me for it. it's a useful tip that a lot of people don't do. As you see what I'm doing, a lot of people, they'll just glue blocks to their handle and then shape them. No, don't do that. These aren't even attached, you see? They're just pinned on there. And I shape everything with it like that. Get it like I want it. Then I'll take this off. And right here where the handle transitions into the blade, after I take the handles off, I'll put blue tape here, half on, half off that line, like split the line with it. Put the handle back on, and I'll cut that line with the razor blade, take the handle back off, and peel off the material, that tape that's on the tang where the handle will go. Leave that blue tape there. Perfectly matches your handle shape at that point. Now when you go glue your handle up and everything, all you gotta do is clean all the resin off the spine and down here in the belly of the handle. And once it sets, you can just peel this tape off like that, and it'll take all this extra, the squeeze out that comes out right here, it takes it with it, and there's no cleanup needed. Works pretty well that way. We went for about an hour. I'm gonna get back to it now. So I'll let you guys hang out for a little bit today. Go check it out on TikTok. I'm trying to build the followers there up to 1,000. I'm up a little over 500 right now. Once I hit 1,000, I can start doing my live streams on there. It'll be a lot easier. So at Ting the Blacksmith. Go check me out, man, if you got TikTok. All right. Peace.